Hello everyone and welcome to Mind Dates. Today we are going to discuss about how to come out of your gadget prison. Now this is a follow-up video where we initially discussed about what is this gadget addiction and are you guys inside your phone or your electronic devices. How to come out of this gadget addiction phenomena. The most important concept when it comes to coming out of your gadget is all about activity scheduling. Now we are able to schedule our online activity. Henceforth, we should be using our electronic gadgets on the basis of our priority. We do not have to visit every website or all the social media on a daily basis. We do not have to cater the needs of all the apps that has been installed in our phones. We can use our powers to exercise the control on certain websites and certain applications. So if a person is working online, he doesn't have a lot of control on it other than certain selective work settings. However, when it comes to entertainment, it's not necessary that you should always spend time with your electronic pet like the Talking Tom or all those apps or the online gadgets, online games. You can always spend more time with respect to your glass painting or actually pampering a real dog in front of you. So there are multiple alternatives and henceforth you do not have to cater the needs of the phone. The phone is supposed to cater your selective needs. Coming to FOMO. FOMO is the fear of missing out. It's totally okay not to read your friend's Instagram story or not to post something on Facebook or not to check your WhatsApp messages every single second. So let's not involve ourselves in this virtual competition and let's free ourselves from all these apprehensions and all these competitions. Now we'll be coming to something that is the main aspect of this entire conversation. Technological distancing, like how we are socially distancing during this quarantine period to a very great extent. You can distance yourself from your applications by using headphones, by actually keeping the gadget away and engaging in other activities. And by changing the place where you do not have to attend your phone or your computer with respect to your work and sit in a place that is a little bit dark and pagan and all that. You can always sit in your balcony and enjoy the view as well as cater the needs of your gadget. Now if you're watching your favorite shows, you know that every single sentence that is being told in the show, you're aware of it. So stop binge watching all that and increase your dopamine high because of that, or your happy chemical because of that. You can always decide how to watch, what number of shows to watch, what number of episodes to watch. You're not technically a paid actor for that particular show, so you do not have to get so much of involved with this particular show. Now, your phone is not oxygen, so is your laptop. You can actually live without it. You can actually take a break from that Candy Crush saga and talk to your partner at the same time do other activities. You can actually build a lot in your relationship while keeping distance. The whole idea is you can use your gadget in building your relationships and doing exciting other activities other than just spending time on YouTube and allied. You can spend more time on working out, learning a new instrument online, things like that. Now we never thought that we'll be able to slow down during this corona period. So we can always start book nights instead of movie nights, cooking nights. So you can actually cheat with your gadget rather than cheating with your life or your partner. Now with respect to children who are overtly addicted with respect to these gadgets, they tend to have issues with respect to communication. Now it is a very interesting phenomena that parents are so proud to see their children using the gadgets. It's like a credit that my son is able to, use the phone to a very great extent. Like he is able to swipe the images, he is able to control the phone. No, your son or your child is actually being controlled by the gadget. It's not vice versa. So henceforth, you can actually set a particular time schedule for your child to use the phone. If your child is having habits like if you are not giving me the phone, then I'm not eating, always make sure that you are replacing that phone with some kind of a positive aspect. For example, if you do your homework, do not say that I'll be giving you the phone. Say that I'll be reading you a bedtime story or I'll be giving you a chocolate, something positive. So ensure that You are not doing your work by giving a tablet or a phone to your child, because it is actually making the child addicted to the gadget, and it will ensure that the child is having emotional and learning difficulties in the future. So why to make your children involved in all this? Why to make yourself involved in all this? What is this excessive screen time? This is something that we are finally getting into after discussing all these strategies to control it. So if you're not using this phone, are you constantly thinking about your WhatsApp messages? Are you constantly thinking about your Instagram relations, your TikTok, your Musical.ly? Then that is something you are getting into a serious concern, or you are actually addicted by your phone. Plus, do you need your phone nearby to get into sleep? Are you able to sleep without your phone nearby? If you are not able to, then you should actually consider about seeking help for this particular behavior. The time spent online and the time spent offline both are regulating your screen time influence in your life. I hope you found this video informative. For more videos like this, like, share and subscribe to our channel Mind Dates. Thank you so much for your attention and have a great day.